Pay close attention to the story. It's fascinating. Millions of people around the world are asking the very same question. How can a plane big enough to carry so many passengers simply vanish without a trace? In fact, it has happened before. Kyung Law has a story of Northwest Orient Flight 2501, a story that still has no ending.
64 years later, and the pain is still there for Darlene Larson. When she was just 5 years old, her father, Leo Wooler, was flying home to his wife and 7 children after a business trip. On June 23, 1950, he boarded Northwest Orient Flight 2501 heading to Minnesota. It never made it, vanishing somewhere over Lake Michigan.
I was awoken by my mother's crying. She did her best to try to tell me what had happened, that my father was gone and would not be coming back.
Flight 2501 was at that time America's worst aviation disaster. The plane, except for some bits of human remains, was never found. The cause never determined. The 58 passengers never recovered.
It's hard to concept because you don't have something to hold to. If you like a funeral or a casket or a grave, I was certain that he was wandering around the streets of Chicago with amnesia, and he would one day realize where he was and come home.
Therein lies much of the mystery. Why was this plane so far off its course?
Author Valerie Van Heest has interviewed more than 200 family members of the passengers from Flight 2501.
They don't understand that it really happened. It's hard to conceive of an accident killing a loved one if you don't have their body. The mystery of what happened to Flight 2501 is a mystery that's plagued these people for now 64 years.
Haunted by the family's stories, Van Heest and a search team have been hunting Lake Michigan for the plane's debris.
Ultimately, finding that plane on the bottom of the lake would provide the final answers, and that's what we hope can happen with the Malaysia Airlines accident. We need